Court does call the case People versus, is it Grecia Cheatham?
Good morning, Your Honor. Marie Tennis, Assistant County Attorney for the People. Yes.
And good morning, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Rita Young, P44626, appearing on behalf of defendant number one, Gracia Cheatham, who I believe is present in the courtroom.
Judge, they're out in the hallway out here. Sure.
Was there no contact lifted between the two of them? Supposed to be a no contact between the two sisters or both defendants.
Okay,
And why were they out there together?
they were pretty far apart, Judge.
If I were, sorry, I'm your mother.
They were.
They were well aware, both of them, at least one of them was, because I was at the arraignment. It was very clear there's to be no contact. She was specifically asked, and I believe it was the other Miss Cheatham that I can double check. She was asked if that was going to be a problem, and the answer was no.
Where's the other?
She was also, in all fairness, reminded, and as I'm sure they both were, that they need to be at all court dates, and then they were, so. Unless that was lifted, and if it was, I apologize, because I did not have it.
I don't have that it was lifted. Does counsel know anything about that, Miss Young?
I do not, Your Honor. This is my first time hearing about a no contact condition.
So you're saying you did not think there was a no contact on your case?
Right. This is my first time hearing about a no contact condition, Your Honor.
Who is the other defendant?
That's a Destinu. Hope I'm pronouncing her
Got it.
name correctly. And she's represented by Mr. Killawall.
Right, we got that. I'm just looking. All right, so Miss, your name, ma'am?
Gracia.
She does not have a contact with the other Miss Cheatham.
There's no contact in her file.
There is a no contact, but it doesn't apply to Miss Cheatham. However, Mr. Killawall's client does have a no contact with this defendant. So she's not in violation. Your client is.
Judge,
I'm sorry, I would ask that a no contact be added in this Miss Cheatham case as well. I'm not sure.
All right, Miss Young, you have anything to say to that? Your name.
I'm assuming, Your Honor, that sorry, did you want me to stop for a minute?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm assuming that the no contact is related to the allegations in the case. And so I would ask the court that if there's a no contact provision, that it simply pertain to not discussing the case between them.
You don't live at the same address, do you?
no,
Then I'm not clear why they would need to have contact at least while this is pending. So I will add no contact to Grecia's case, no contact with Is it Destine Cheatham?
Yes.
Very well, Your Honor.
You understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
And when I say no contact, I mean no contact. That means that you're not to have phone calls, no social media, no contact of any type. You understand that?
Yes.
And also no contact through third parties. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. What were we doing in your case?
Your Honor, I am requesting an in-person preliminary examination hearing, please.
It's all discovery complete.
No, I believe I am missing some photographic and media discovery, so I'd ask the prosecutor to produce that for the exam date.
Well, I'll give you an exam date once we have all discoveries complete, because you haven't even been able to go through it with your client. So where is that information?
Your Honor, I have received all paper discovery and Ms. Cheatham has received a copy of it, but referenced in the paper discovery is photographic and some media evidence. And I'm just requesting that that be provided in whatever date the court deems is appropriate for us to come back for the adjourned probable cause conference is fine with me.
May I, Your Honor?
Yes.
First of all, Ms. Young, did you send your appearance to our office?
Yes, and you sent me the paper discovery.
Can you please send me directly to me a request being very specific about the type of discovery you're requesting?
Okay, if you be so kind to put your full name in the chat after the hearing, I'd appreciate it, and I will do that.
No problem, I'll do that right now.
So I'll adjourn probable cause conference out to January 9th, 2025, 9 a.m. Hopefully we can get all that together.
Judge, I'm so sorry, but I start a jury trial in front of Judge Slay on the 6th that would probably run that entire week.
She'll wait. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, may I appear by Zoom on the 9th? I'm sure she'll let me.
No,
Okay.
she'll let you, because she's nicer than me.
Okay.
Well,
Your Honor.
I'll wait for an answer. I'm not gonna get one, am I? She is nicer than me. January 9th, yes, you may appear via Zoom,
Thank you, Your Honor. And yes,
even though we're right down the road. That's okay.
you both have the same level of niceness.
Oh, that's the best you could do? Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
January 9th, man.
Ms. Cheatham, we'll talk again soon.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the other, where's the other chief?
You had both of them.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, yeah, it's right there.
Court calls the case of Destine Cheatham.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mary Tana, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney on behalf of
Morning, Rob. Just on behalf of Destiny Cheatham. Destiny, would you state your name for the record?
Destiny Cheatham.
Judge, since you're adjourning the other matter to the 9th, can we also adjourn ours?
I will, however, she's in violation of her bond.
Judge, here's the thing. I'm not sure the mom was aware of that and my client wasn't aware of that. Mom brought both girls here. I talked to the mom. She will take one of the girls home and call somebody else to pick up the other girl if necessary. But I'm not sure my client was aware that there was no contact order.
Well, first of all, thanks to Mom for bringing them because they were not here last time and had to be picked up by fugitive team. So I do appreciate that. However, Ms. Cheatham was made aware. I was, as I stated, at the arraignment where she was specifically asked if there would be a problem with her not having contact with her sister by Magistrate Fink, if there was a reason that she needed to have contact with her sister. And the answer was no.
Judge, when I did see them out in the hallway, they were far apart. They were not discussing. It's just that
Yeah, but
the,
they came, so that's part of the problem is, and I understand maybe what mom's doing, but part of the problem is she knows she's not supposed to have contact.
well, she will have no further contact with her sister, and mom can get somebody to come and pick her up. if the court would just give her one last chance.
Governor, if I may, the problem here isn't just this one situation. The problem is there have been very clear instructions by the magistrate and potentially the court on what to do, what's allowed and what is not. And the backup problem, the big problem is they also failed to appear after magistrate made it very clear that was not an option. Now, I'm quite frankly surprised they're not in custody, given the procedural history of this case, but here we are. I'm glad they're here. Hopefully we can get these cases moving. This involves distributing material that involves sexual acts committed by a minor. This is no joke. The court is somewhat because you had one of the other co-defendants.
Yeah.
And we had difficulties there as well. So I'm not sure why it's so difficult to show up and follow no contact provisions, but it seems to be a problem.
Judge, she's here today. She
Did
said
you
at the
post the
arraignment,
bond?
pardon me?
Yes.
Okay, that's why she's out. She posted the bond, but then violated the bond. What is that?
Judge, they were in a cell together when they were being arraigned. Again, Judge, I'm just asking if the court would please consider, she understands now. If she did make a mistake, it was unintentional. She's just asking.
Well, hold on a moment. You live in Ann Arbor or Ipsy?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Which one you live in, Ann Arbor or Ipsy?
Ann Arbor.
The other young lady lives in Ipsy, so why are they together? And the prohibition is on your client, Mr. Killalone.
Judge, I didn't know that at the arraignment. I wasn't at the arraignment, so I can't tell you why she didn't. All I'm at, she made a mistake. I'm asking the court. Pardon me?
My mom brought us together. I didn't.
Okay,
She had to take us.
you're not gonna get anywhere. She made a mistake, Judge. She will not make it. She'll go
It's
home
not a
separately.
mistake. She knows what the bond conditions are. Mr. Allen. Who are you? Okay. What do you want to say?
I got bills trying to get them out. They will come back to work. I was unaware of all the no contact. She lived with.
Mom, I get you were, she wasn't.
Thought when she had got out on the person bond, they had said, yeah, but she wasn't aware at this time. She just got confused. No, they will not be with each other again.
Judge, there's no allegation that they were in a hallway talking about this. It was, and again, I don't mean to minimize what happened, but the mom picked the girls up. Again, it was a mistake on their part. They will have no contact. You can be assured of that. I just can't see putting this young lady in jail. She came to court
She
today.
violated, first of all, you can't see it. She didn't appear. So we had to issue a warrant. My understanding is they had to have a team go out, pick her up. She gets here, she gets her bond conditions, and then violates the bond conditions.
They were separated in the hallway, Judge. I can't explain why mom picked them up, but they were not together in the hallway. They were not conversing. They were not talking
She
sister
should
to
have let
sister.
mom know she had that prohibition. I'm not blaming mom. Mom is doing what mom will do. I'm blaming her.
Judge, again, this is a very serious case.
It is, and that's one of the reasons why that condition is on there.
I understand.
And she violated it. Well, first, like I said, first of all, she doesn't appear. Then she violates it.
If defending this young lady would, and again, would be much easier, her being out of jail. I'm asking the court to give this young lady one last chance, Judge. And whatever's going to happen, please hold over the violation till we do the exam.
Now, I think at this time, I'll reconsider it, but right now she's going back. Mom can get the other daughter home. I will reconsider exactly whether I'll leave her in there at noon today.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a docket. I have a docket starting at noon, another block. I will reconsider it in that time. I'm not blaming you. I understand what you're saying. She knew she wasn't supposed to do that. And that's the problem I'm having. Okay? So I'm going to take all of that into consideration, take a close look at it, and then make a determination at noon as to whether or not I'm going to let her back out. Okay, thank you. Court calls case People versus Devin Wade.